pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Defense showing blitz. They run here with Stewart. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. That one goes for 36 yards.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Somebody back gets hit.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to look deep, and it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A very... solid gain of 27. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, Freeman. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. Third and long. It's Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them. They keep it on the ground. Again to Stewart.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Have taken the early lead. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The numbers on the ground for Stewart last week, 20 carries, 82 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Addison in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running...
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
And then that's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Third and 2, Newton. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now it's Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vernon Butler breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Eric Saubert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. 30, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better...
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. All right, Greg Olsen getting ready to trot out there for another drive. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
Newton now to throw. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 23. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. Drew Brees with one touchdown pass thus far. And a big tackle there as a defender runs right through him near the 34-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Right, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Julius Peppers in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. The pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So that wind at his back that time may have just given it the juice that it needed for 3.
And I tell you, everything had to be perfect here. Good snap, good hold. He's got to drive it low and hope. Like you say, it gets a little help from the wind. And wow, it does just sneak over the bar.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Stewart. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job 1 for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Falcons, they have the big lead, and you can't help but let your mind go there. You think Falcons, big lead, second half. They lost a game that they led by 25 in Super Bowl 51, as we all well remember.
And I don't think it's going to change them a whole lot in terms of their mentality, because they were an attack team. They always wanted to be on the attack. And remember, a lot of people thought them staying on the attack maybe cost them in the Super Bowl against New England. But in this case, they definitely have learned that no lead is big enough. So I think they'll go out there with the idea of continuing to try and increase it.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and
this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And there goes Jonathan Stewart. The 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stewart on first down, and he'll be knocked down sideways right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
This is Stewart again. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Freeman again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as the Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. On first down, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. 1st and 15 here behind the chains. A shotgun snap for Newton. Fighting through it, he's got space. He's to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his 2nd touch. Down to the afternoon, and the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 36. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And it's complete. Hooper. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Third and 2. Now Ryan. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is knocked down from the side. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Out of the gun, Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mitchell. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And scoring again, the Saints have extended their lead. Drew Brees, well over 300 yards through the air, and he's also hit on 4 touchdown passes. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Ryan wants to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The goal for them wasn't to simply make the postseason. They wanted to make some noise once they got there. Well, they made the noise all right. They're moving on.
And to get deep into the playoffs, that's everyone's goal ultimately. Now it's a reality for them. Now they've got a chance to get to the ultimate goal.